I am in the land of leprechauns and giants, of writers and musicians, of rolling green fields of shamrock and castles in ruin.
Our philosophy at Aniar is trying to capture the taste of the Wild Atlantic way.
So I see two major problems on this episode. I didn't sleep well last night because of them.
Let's go snorkeling.
She's running away.
She's making me look bad.
Don't let any of them out!
I hope you're not afraid of bees, Dave.
It's a little bit more stressful than I thought it would be.
This moment right here is when you realize sort of the enormity of what you're doing.
I am so excited to be in Ireland. Hi, I'm David Moscow. You may know me as an actor. I grew up in New York and spent my summers in Utah, Montana, and Maine, where I ate berries off bushes and got fish from cold streams. But I realized my summers were the last time I had true connection to the food I was eating, and I want it back. So I came up with a plan to meet with some great chefs from around the world. They present me with a dish, and then I hunt, fish, forage, and source all the ingredients to recreate this meal from scratch. Come join me on this crazy adventure, how I find out how food really makes it onto your plate. This week, I am cooking with one of Ireland's most prominent chefs, J.P. McMahon. Born in Dublin, he moved to Galway at 21, and a few years later opened his flagship restaurant, Aniar. A year after that, it was awarded a Michelin-star, and he has kept that star for the past decade. With the look of a tattooed pirate, but one with a PhD in drama, his food is subtle theater.
I think I've always loved food because it's a great way to communicate with people. It's the gift of cooking that you give someone and they enjoy it, and then I suppose you get enjoyment from their pleasure. The story of Aniar is one of a small restaurant in the west of Ireland that highlights native Irish ingredients. It's one of exploration and investigating what is Irish cuisine and what I call new Irish cuisine, like what could that be? Our philosophy at Aniar is trying to capture the taste of the landscape and to bring the flavors of that landscape into the restaurant so that people can taste the Wild Atlantic way. In terms of the fish, the shellfish, the seaweeds, even the lamb that graze in Connemara, all of this is part of the flavor of the Wild Atlantic way. So we want to give something to people that's really light, really fresh, tastes really beautiful and looks really beautiful. And we want to surprise them when they eat and go, wow, this is Irish food and I never knew it tasted so good. So seaweed is an amazing resource, and we've been farming seaweed for thousands of years, and we use it a lot in the restaurant, and we experiment with it in different ways to try and bring it up to a modern palate. And then also you get the wild mushrooms that are on offer in Ireland, and they're not generally highlighted when you think about Irish foods. The 10-year journey of the restaurant has been about trying to bring a voice to Indigenous Irish foods and to try and make them a part of Irish food culture.
I'm so excited to eat this meal.
JP.
David, how are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy to be here.
Good to have you here.
This has been 3 years in the making. I don't know if you remember.
I do indeed.
I've been waiting for 3 years
That's true.
to eat this. So I'm super excited. Let's dive in a little bit.
This is the abalone.
This is abalone.
Yeah, and this is farmed in Rossaville in Connemara. We've served it with a mushroom broth and some maitake mushrooms. The stock is just made with chestnut and button mushrooms.
So the broth is like earthy, but almost with a little sweetness in it, like caramel.
And then I put in a little bit of sea lettuce and some channel rack. It's very much trying to bring the land and the sea together.
Awesome. And I think that land and sea makes me super excited to go and do like the adventure of Ireland.
In the last 20, 30 years, I think we're getting a taste again for what we used to have, which was more of a balanced diet.
From my understanding, you have this food symposium where you invite chefs in and you're getting deeper into sort of like Irish ingredients.
Yeah.
Your cookbook has like a list of every ingredient.
Yeah, that is from the land and sea, and it's made up of ingredients right from here.
Well, you can tell that the ingredients are the important thing. There's nothing like, it's not a flashy plate.
Yes.
It is minimalist. It is like, this is what you're going to have, and together I mean, they come together in like perfection.
I always say the produce dictates the menu. I think that there's a long legacy of colonization, famine that we're still working through. I mean, the famine was 160 years ago.
It became about survival and not necessarily playing with the food.
Absolutely. And then I think that mode kind of continued into the 20th century. And when we kind of became independent, food became a commodity. Food was much more practical and utilitarian. And I think that we have come out of that in the last 30 years to celebrate food.
Now this is
The lamb.
lamb.
Yeah, this is native Galway lamb, which it is the breed is Galway, so it doesn't help that the breed isn't the name of the city and the county. So,
And do you taste different flavors in different breeds?
yeah, definitely. Like we usually cook Connemara mountain lamb.
Okay. And why do you cook Connemara?
I suppose it's on. There's a tendency in Galway always to look out towards the Atlantic, and it's not always right. I mean, you've got the Wild Atlantic Way going down.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very good.
So these are wild garlic buds. They're the seed head at the top of the wild garlic.
Wow.
So we picked these.
That is so neat.
Yeah, they're all over your
Where is
kale.
this?
They're all over
Oh, it's
your
in the
kale.
kale.
Yeah, and you can interpret that garlickiness in any way you want.
I have never tasted that before.
Yeah, I always-
And it is wonderful. It pops when you bite it. It marries together so nicely.
You taste the kale, you taste the lamb.
Each little ingredient
Yeah.
stands alone, and then when you put them all on the same fork, it's like pow.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's move on to these other gorgeous things.
Yeah, these were
What's
little
next?
little
What, beans or
sides.
beets?
Yeah, beans. So these are string beans. I've blanched them and then barbecued them, dressed them in cold pressed rapeseed oil, some wild leek vinegar, and then a bit of accolade and sea salt.
And those are the ingredients.
That is all that you got.
Beans, what are these guys right here?
Little pea shoots. You're limited to stuff that grows in Ireland. So the only oil is rapeseed oil or canola oil.
You think of beans as a side, but this is a meal. This is good.
There's an intimacy between restaurant and producer that I think it's much harder to get in a big city.
Right.
It's almost that they are collaborators on the menu as opposed to just suppliers.
Oh
I
my
left
goodness,
the skin
look at
on.
the colors in
Yeah,
here.
3 different beets. I simply put the hay down, put them on top of the hay. Again, a little bit of
That
oil
little
and salt.
warmth coming off of it with that beet
Yeah.
smell.
Oil and
That
salt
little
and
sweet-
vinegar. Dried hay is like a dried herb.
That's right.
You like thyme or rosemary.
And it's on the ground where things are growing.
100%. You can really elevate vegetables.
Well, this is definitely elevated. This was a wonderful meal on its own. And I like that, again, the simplicity of what you're bringing.
Most of our dishes, even though you'll say I'm giving away the secret of the restaurant, they're all product driven, and then we add salt, vinegar, fat, and then you get that umami from the seaweed, or you age it, or you preserve it, or you pickle it, or so that kind of umami comes in, and the bitterness also comes from your leaves, your hay. So you're trying to take your kind of 5 known tastes with fat and then put them together.
JP, I am so excited to do Land and Sea in Ireland.
I feel like a Jedi master as we're
right.
going to go off.
That's
and,
right. We'll
yeah.
see.
Because
Young Padawan.
get your stripes.
Well, thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
All right, here are our ingredients. We have lamb, abalone, button mushrooms, maitake mushrooms, rapeseed oil, various sea herbs, various sea vegetables, various farm vegetables, fingers crossed.